Channel crossings haven't stopped. In fact, they're continuing in record numbers, with people smugglers packing almost 50 migrants per boat on Tuesday, leading to the annual total exceeding 29,000 for the first time. That's the most ever. It's already more than last year. Some of this week's crossings have been driven by smugglers exploiting the Queen's funeral, actually, to target more business, thinking that the nation's eye would be off the ball so we can just use the channel like some kind of Uber service for illegal immigration. But has the passing of Her Majesty actually distracted us from what is really going on in the channel? I think it has. We haven't spoken about it at all. I understand, of course, the reason why we need to focus on what's been going on with Her Majesty and the royal family, but I think things will only get worse if we do not focus a little bit more on the reality of what's going on in the channel. Joining me now to discuss this is UK immigration lawyer. It's Harjap Singh Bangar. Harjap, thank you very much. An incredible number of people per boat, as far as it would seem. I mean, we've had already more people this year than we've had last year. Still a little bit of time this year to go. So a record year, and presumably as well near record numbers of people per boat.
Yeah, Patrick, I mean, we've talked about this in the past, and we always come to the same conclusion, that the government isn't doing enough to catch the people smugglers. And in fact, the people smugglers are the one exploiting the situation. They're now sort of acting without even fear. You know, if they're loading people 50 to a boat, they don't care if people die in the channel. They're taking the money, they're sending people over. And whilst the UK perhaps has got the eye off the ball, and Patrick, the question is, has the eye ever been on the ball? Because it's only the media who's reporting these crossings. If it wasn't for media like yourselves reporting these crossings and taking the photos and showing it, perhaps we wouldn't have an accurate number of actually how many people are coming. So, you know, what is being done to catch the smugglers? Because they're the people that need to be caught, and they're just hearing absolute silence on it.
What I don't understand, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, actually, because what you just said there, yes, potentially we wouldn't know the true numbers, but I would argue that maybe if there wasn't media speculation, it'd mean there would be more, because what we've seen in the last few days or a week now since the Queen's death has been almost no media focus on what's been going on in the channel, and then the numbers increasing. So it does imply that, I mean, what's happened? Has the border force stopped working? What's going on?
Patrick, I think perhaps we know was the border force ever working? Every year there's a Home Affairs Select Committee report which says the Home Office and the border force is not fit for purpose. This has been happening for years. Now, if it's not fit for purpose, that means they can't do their job. So what we do, we need someone else to do that job for them, or we need to ensure that it's brought up to scratch to do the job. Everybody knows that they can't do the job, so why do we persist with the same formula? It's like knocking your head on a brick wall and expecting the brick wall to go down when you know it's not going to happen. All we end up with is a broken head. And what's going to actually happen, what needs to happen, is we need some sort of intelligence. We need elite units. It's quite poignant that today, well, over the past week, we see so much military, we've seen so much Navy, we've seen so much Air Force in presence. So what we should do is charge our military and our services to catch these smugglers. Surely that's what they're there for, is to protect our borders. We can make elite fields. If we can go to places like Iraq and, you know, kill Osama bin Laden, if we can catch Saddam, you know, I'm sure we can catch a gang of people smugglers or several gangs of people smugglers. We can lock up drug dealers, whether they're on our shores or not. This can be done with cooperation. It's a matter of, is it going to be done? Is the will there to do it? I just can't see that from this government.